Oh, wait.
Hi, guys, and welcome to the Steelman Podcast. Today, it's me and Adam, and you can see the annual watering of the trees is happening. Today, we have many topics for you. Many topics. So let's get right on into it. Let's chill, and we might even have a debate today. So, see you. It's being recorded. Okay, so.
Very special.
Yes, very special here. Very special topics today. Very special topics. What do you want to start with? I don't know. I'm
You know what?
little...
Let's do some soccer trivia.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, soccer trivia. Ooh, that sounds like a fun thing to do today. Ooh.
Okay.
He's making me happy. I can talk about soccer all I want. Let's go.
Sorry, my camera's off, but I have to look at the questions and stuff.
We have the questionnaire.
Okay. First question. What is the record for red cards given in a single soccer game?
Ooh. Do I get multiple choice or do I have to just guess a number?
6, 36, 24, 12.
24.
Now let me read the little summary. You are incorrect. In 2011, referee Dave Rubino set a world record by giving out 36 red cards in a single
crap!
between Claypool and Victoriano.
Hold on.
After a brawl erupted, Rubino sent off all 22 players and every substitute and some technical staff.
Oh my gosh. Why?
We need to research that then.
Well, we're bringing this up here. You continue. I will answer, but I'm bringing up the game.
Now, what two countries participated in the first international soccer match?
Oh.
Scotland and England, Germany and France, Germany and Scotland, or France and England?
Oh, crap. I get Scotland and England, but it could be France or England. I think it's Scotland and England, but because they're in the UK, so that's my final answer.
You are correct.
Yes! You know how I know? Because it was England that started it, and I believe since Scotland was right beside them, I kind of dummied it down to that because I don't think...
Better trivia questions today.
Yeah.
On November 30th, 1872, the national teams of Scotland and England went head-to-head at West of Scotland's Cricket Club ground at Hamilton Crescent in Patrick, Scotland. 4,000 people were watching and finished in a 0-0 draw.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Now, I have another one. Did you look up the thing yet?
We have it up here. I will give you the
after trivia. We'll have another segment of history with Shannon Nick.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
It does not say why. I do not say why. Okay.
Video or anything?
I'm just trying to get some information on a word basis. Here we are. In a single, okay. Yep.
Now I got the third question. Are you ready?
Okay. Okay.
Are we ready for
okay.
third?
So, I will explain that later. Continue.
What was the largest margin of victory in an international soccer match?
Ooh.
21 points, 31 points, 17 points, or 11 points?
I want to say 21 points.
Final answer?
It feels like it'll be 21 because I think the other number is way too high and the other number seems just too low.
Okay, you are incorrect.
Probably 17.
I'm going to tell you what the score is in this description.
Yes.
It was 2002 FIFA World Cup qualifying match between Australia and American Samoa, which ended with a 31-0 win for the Aussies.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That's just, oh God. Oh God. You thought USA beating Thailand in the world. Well, then again, that's in the World Cup of Women's World Cup, beating them 13-0. That was just disrespectful, to be honest. But 31-0. Oh God. Just yeah. You would get bored about like the second minute of that game.
Okay. Next
Not
question.
sponsored. Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Here we go. Who was the first player to score at 5 different World Cups?
Ooh.
Pele,
Ooh.
Ronaldo, Lothar Matthaus, and Martha. Not Martha.
Okay, so Pele has been to one. I'm gonna say Pele because they won 5 World Cups and pretty much all of them were with Pele, I believe.
Okay.
I believe it was Pele just because I know he was at least in every single win by Brazil, or at least like 4 of them. And I know he lost to England, so I believe it's Pele because he kind of had thing. Because I actually have a book, audio biography book, so I believe it's him.
Okay. You are incorrect.
Oh, it's Ronaldo.
It is Marta, who is a female soccer player, and she's regarded as the best female player of all time. She was nicknamed Pele in skirts by Pele himself. You want to keep going, or
then I guess only Pele was only in 4 of them though. Huh. Keep going. That was an interesting fact. I see what got me is that you kind of said that name wrong, and I was trying to figure out like who that was.
Okay. How old was the youngest professional soccer player? 16, 14, 12, or 18?
I want to say 16, but it's probably
Okay.
I see. The problem is I don't know because I know they capped it off at they can only join at 16 now. So I'm thinking it's 16, but I'm gonna go with 14 just cause. Okay. I'm thinking it's 14.
This is gonna shock you because on July 19th of 2009, Mauricio Valdivieso made his debut for Club San Jose in the Liga de Fútbol Profesional Boliviano against La Paz FC at the age of 12.
Huh.
I know, right?
See, that's kind of ridiculous now though, because it's like a 12-year-old playing versus like 20-year-olds. That's just ridiculous. I understand the new rule, like you have to be 16 or something. So I don't know if they have that in all leagues now, but I know they have it in most, where you can be you have to be 16. You could be wrong. You could be like 12 and all of a sudden get a thing, but I don't think that'll happen.
I'm gonna end here unless you really want to do some more. Last question, I think, unless you really want to do some more. Who was the first English player to win league titles in 4 countries? Jimmy Greaves, David Beckham, Peter Shilton, or Billy Wright?
Oh. Gosh darn it. I want to say Billy Wright. Yeah, let's go Billy Wright. I'm just coming out of left field here. Thinking it's Billy Wright. Correct?
No.
It's Beckham.
Correct.
Bend it like Beckham. Bend it like Beckham. Come on!
1-year career during which he won 19 major trophies as well as league titles in England, Spain, the United States, and France.
Gosh darn it.
Man, I'm really stumping. I got you.
Bend it like Beckham. Why can't I just go with my gut and just say Beckham? Like literally, when you said Beckham, I was like, oh yeah, he did it. But it's like, nah, right sounds like the one that would do it. But no, it's Beckham. Bend it like
I mean, do you want to do some more? Or are we done?
Yeah, we're calling it there. Yeah, I'm not listening to my gut anymore. But okay, so here's the story of how this dude gave out 36 red cards. Oh, and it is a story. So 2 players got ejected from each team because they were fighting and not tackles spiked up and everything. So they do. He sends them off. Well, this then sends everybody into a frenzy. They start tackling badly, like all the tackles are bad. They start chipping at each other, and then this is where he starts handing out all the red cards. Pretty much both teams just brawl in the middle of the field. A big brawl breaks out, and he just starts red card, go.
Literally everybody.
Yeah, literally everybody. He just went red card to you all. Imagine being the team and then going, oh well, we don't have enough players to play the next game because all of our players got a red card.
All the subs too.
So that means that literally everybody on both teams were out for the next game. But I guess that kind of resets everything, and I guess he just played it, but it technically, yeah. Craziness right there. But let's
what minute were they in? Like, did they have to, like, how does that work if everyone's off? Like, no one can play? Like,
I guess it's like a redo or something. Like, they'll count the game, but, like, you can't really count that because everybody's off. I guess what had to happen is that they had to bring reserves on, but I could not figure that one out because it did not say. So I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I will be looking it up, but I am not sure what happened. So we have the 36 red cards. How? Okay, 36 red cards. Argentinian match. It's an Argentinian match. It was breaking Verano. It was as you said, Claypool versus Verano Aries, 2 of the already dismissed in the first half. The second descended into chaos when players lunging into tackles. There were repeated standoffs between them. It boiled over to a mass brawl erupted when the managers and coaches entered the pitch with their fists flying. Some fans were also joining in. Confirm. Fans were even joining in.
Fans start joining.
Referee Domenico Borno from later filed his match report in which saw it fit to serve a player with a red card along with further 14 people, a mixture of subs and coaches. So they still had some subs on each team probably. Verano Aries, the manager Domenico Sangana, discussed the manic scenes of Buenos Aires, was quoted saying, "They all wanted to kill me." Meanwhile, his opposite number, Sigiro Mancini, says that the referee overreacted to the ball. Most of the players were trying to separate people, and the ref was confused. Roberto's red card yet was overruled by the FA, according to reports saying, for more of the so pretty much the red cards could yet be overruled according to FDA reports, but
honestly, what a day to be alive. Like, why can't I be the referee of that game?
I mean, seriously, I would just start throwing red cards just for the fun of it. Red card, you get a red card.
When you've been practicing throwing cards.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
You just start impaling players with like your card throwing tricks.
It's like, okay, boys.
Little did the player know
as you like try to throwing cards brawl, for 3 months. The red card ready, and like in between one of the brawls, you just paper cut. You just like send the card in between them, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Imagine the news conference. They're like, 3 casualties today at a soccer match. referee was caught throwing cards at players' heads.
It seems like everybody was given a red card at that game. Oh, geez. Well,
Honestly,
I think
that'd be the dream.
since we're on the topic of soccer, I think since we actually started with the new topic. Shadow Nick gives a little bit of history. We go into the U.S. versus Mexico game. This, I do have to say, completely ended up very badly for Mexico's fans. So if I would like to share here with okay, so during the game, let's set this up here. So USA wins this game 3-2 in overtime with a Pulisic penalty kick. Now this Mexico has not lost to U.S. in so many years. I haven't gotten the details on how many years, but so the Mexico, if you want to look that up, Adam, for the trivia facts, if you want to give us a fact of how long it's been since USA won versus Mexico.
Let's see.
So during this whole game, it was a battle of pure heart between both of the teams, Mexico and USA. And the fans for Mexico were throwing beer bottles and cups on the field. Hit both people on one person, I believe, Reina on USA. And I don't know who it was on Mexico, but they hit one of their bigger players in Mexico on the side of the head. Both went down. Both got back up later on, but they both got hit by bottles being thrown. But during the game, there was some homophobic slurs here. And so in this game, making homophobic chants during the two Olympic qualifying March FIFA Statement Friday. So they actually started doing homophobic slurs, making homophobic chants during the two Olympic qualifying games in March, statement on Friday. So on March in World Cup qualifying, they made a homophobic slurs. I don't know if they were. This actually happened also in the USA game. I cannot confirm nor deny, but I'm going to bring up here the article for everybody to see. And as you can see, Mexico fans hit with a FIFA ban at the World Cup qualifier for homophobic slurs. This means that since Mexico, in September 2nd, I believe, and October 7th, will be played with empty stadiums in World Cup qualifying, CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, due to the sanctions. This means that the first time in a while that World Cup qualifying, Mexico holds a couple games, means that they will not have any fans at these games. It'll be totally silent. And as you can see there, pause share, resume share, stop share. We got the stop share here. But as you can
see, sharing our topics.
You got to show them the topics a little bit. Let them read them. let us show our ideas behind the podcast. It's a mess. But
for my research. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
The USA Soccer website says the last time they beat them was September 11th, 2018, 1-0 victory in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, so I mean, I totally forgot about that one. Sorry, I thought it was in a while, but I guess that one started it in this. But the complete lack of Mexico is. I was given two examples, and I wanted to start with the USA-Mexico game because that was a big game. Beautiful goalkeeping by both Zach Steffen and the goalie that came in when Zach Steffen got hurt. I can't remember his name.
Zach Steffen got hurt. Okay.
Yeah, but he had a beautiful penalty save to end it to give US the win, which claps all around, claps all around. I love goalkeeping,
I love it.
Nice jobs.
Freaking-
Definitely beautiful. But as you can tell, Mexico needs to do something about their fans. They need to. The Mexican fans need to step it down a little bit. They're getting a little rowdy.
Yeah.
It's about to be bad. It's just, and I guess that's because the
What-
culture is based around soccer. But
What do you think happens if they do it again?
To be honest, if they do it again, I have to say they might not be allowed to attend too many games anymore. I mean, after this, you just keep. They might not They might be playing in empty stadiums for like a year or so. I mean, respectively, if they keep doing it, and if they do it again, it'll be like maybe a week or 2 weeks without or 5 games or so. But you realize that the national team doesn't play so often, so that means it could turn out to be a year because there isn't too many games in a year. So they might not be allowed to come to the CONCACAF Gold Cup. They might be not allowed to come to any of the tournament stuff. Even the World Cup, they might be banned from the World Cup, which respectively, you guys need to not do this. You need to just stop. The fans need to stop. That's all I have to say about that. But I said might as well get into some soccer topics.
Yeah.
We definitely, all I have to say is there is a couple other here. And I do want to bring back the Euros for one entire reason. I wanted the little Aaron show to be here because I wanted to tell everybody something about the Euros today. So, as we all know, the Euros are in full thing, and the groups for Euros has France and Hungary, Portugal and Germany. As I said, I feel sorry for Hungary, but I don't anymore because they just tied the World Cup winners, the finalists, 1-1 in Euros. So they just earned a point.
Are you serious?
I am not kidding you. I will bring up Hungary. Hungary today.
Mbappe and all their good players were playing for France.
Has literally tied 1-1. And for confirmation here, I will bring it up and see if the camera will focus. Come on. Ah.
I got it.
Yeah, share it. But to give confirmation, yes, France and Hungary did tie today. Hungary might have had less shots and almost the same shots on target, less possession, but boy, did they fight. Boy, did they fight. It was just, I have to respectfully say that Hungary is definitely probably going to might make it out of this group. I do have to say, if France wins versus Portugal and they win over Germany, they can do it. Okay, he is frozen. You got to love it.
I'm frozen?
Oh, no, sorry. That's because you're sharing your screen. Sorry. But
confirmation.
Can you bring up the groups, please?
CONCACAF?
No, it's Euros. CONCACAF is USA and Mexico and all that. Euros, there you go. Euro Cup. There. We'll get the standings. Just hit the standings, please. That should bring up. Yes, here we are. As we can see,
Wales,
Italy, Wales, Switzerland, and Turkey in the order you respectively see each. I already went over all this, but we want to scroll down to Group D real quick and Group F. Group D and Group F, please. As you can see, the Group D is also a very close match. So pretty much England or Czech Republic needs to win this next game. So does Croatia and Scotland, who pretty much, respectively, if Czech Republic loses, I would say they will make it in with England just to do goal differential. Unless England wins 4-4, then I believe that Croatia could actually make a run for it. But respectively, I think there could be possibly a knockout in Group D that we will be surprised by. And we're very surprised that the Czechs are actually in first right now. But as you can see, Group F.
Oh, what? Portugal?
Yeah. Portugal lost to Germany today.
Ooh.
But I have to respectively say, Hungary can possibly make a game of Germany. If they could pull a win out of Germany's game, that would be like the biggest upset of this tournament and probably the biggest win for Hungary, because what happens if they win, France either way gets in if they win or lose. But if France wins versus Portugal, Hungary shoots right up into second. So Hungary has a chance.
Okay.
Hungary, just the statement I'm saying in Group F is that Hungary actually has a chance. Is just like monumentous with that group right there. But yeah. I think we need to give an update of Copa America, if you would like to look that up or no.
Copa America.
We'll go into Copa America. We'll knock this off too. We'll knock Copa America off. Let's see what games are today. Did we have any games? Argentina now has gone ahead of Chile.
Well, these are today, I believe.
Yes, today Colombia tied. Nope, that's Thursday. Yesterday was the Chile game versus Bolivia. They won over Chile. Yesterday was Argentina versus Uruguay.
That was yesterday.
Yep. So Argentina now goes in to first place with Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador. You know, I think that's the way it's pretty much going to stay unless Peru really picks it up. But I think it's going to be battle between Peru and Ecuador at the bottom there. And I think if Bolivia can do something, they could take on Uruguay here. But I think Bolivia.
Well, Uruguay has only played one game.
I know Uruguay only played one game, but I'm saying if they could pull out a couple games, but it's gonna get close now. It's there as we start getting more into it, it'll get closer. But respectfully, yes. And on to more soccer talk. I believe you can take that down if you would like. We have a new topic that has actually appeared out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, we haven't prepared at all. I'm prepared.
I have a confirmation that Sergio Ramos, the captain of Real Madrid, after 16 seasons, is now leaving the club. Sergio Ramos. I am not sure if he is retiring. I have to make sure here first. He is 32, and I believe Sergio Ramos leaving Real Madrid. So I believe he is.
Are we thinking an MLS bound for him?
No, I don't know where he's going. Oh, I hear he's probably going to Los Blancos. Let him leave for free as a gesture of appreciation so that he could go and play in China. He will play in China, which respectively, he's going to bring some more eyes to the Chinese league and the Japanese Korean league.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way of going about it now. I think that's respectable going there. But I do have to say I did watch when he announced this, and he was very emotional about it. And I have to say, after 16 years of play, as long as I have lived to confirm, I am almost 17 years old. For I'm 1 year ahead of how much he has played in Real Madrid. So, respectively, when you play in a club and you're leaving, that must be tough for him. And we'll pay him respects. I had to talk about it. We'll get some MLS talk later, but I feel like we need to break it up with some hockey talk now. What a freaking goal has happened in Montreal versus Vegas.
We got to talk about the goalies real quick.
Oh,
Because remember yesterday how we said that one little slip up decides like the whole game.
Okay. So here's also my Here's also my thought is as you looked at the shots on goal in the first period of that game.
Oh yeah.
It was 20 shots.
Yep.
To like 3.
Yep.
And you know what I had to say about this game is if you watch the game, you would understand me saying this word, this name will sum up the whole game. Carey Price.
Exactly. He is like the best player in the league right now. Like he's the reason.
Yeah.
I can't stop talking about Carey Price.
You can't stop. Like you can't stop talking about Carey Price and Marc-Andre Fleury. What sucks is that this is not the final of this for the Stanley Cup. This is
This is after Fleury's blunder last night. It looks like he's celebrating
but he is frustrated right there. He is not happy right there. But I do have to say, my prediction is it'll probably go all 7 games.
That's what I think too.
I'm
going Canadians in 7 too.
I'm thinking Canadians just due to the fact that I think Carey Price will hold it up. But if Vegas can pull
they
out,
get this next game tomorrow, are we like?
We'll just watch Vegas come at them with everything. Vegas is going to come out with everything.
As we saw in the first period yesterday.
Yeah.
Carey Price. Carey Price.
Yeah. Carey Price was saving them, but I do have to say, the goals by Vegas were snipes.
Yeah,
like it was big time goals. There was the one slip up by Fleury, but a beautiful pie hole shot for the breakaway for the Montreal Canadiens for that first goal.
Montreal should have won that game. They shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It was, and the announcers jinxed them too. They were like, I believe it was Pierre McGuire too. He was like, "Love the stick handling by Fleury. This is what's deciding the game. Or this is what's deciding the game." 30 seconds later, he like mishandles it. Yeah. Josh Anderson puts it in the back of the net. Coincidentally, he scores the OT winner. After they got the Canadians came out in overtime, and they were so pumped and energetic. You should have seen him flying left to right. And you look at that goal in overtime, and they just like, oh,
dude.
Like,
if you don't know, we all know what that was. If you do not know the Goon Squad, he will not know this. But it is the pop off to Gary Goon every single frickin' time.
You're gonna see that a lot more.
Oh, you're gonna see all those flippity sticks with pop off passing it to Gary Goon. Gary Goon either finishing that puck or passing it to pop off.
Yeah,
that was like when I saw the play. My dad was like, "You gotta watch this though." I was like, all I saw was the jerseys with the bricks on them and go, yes, yes.
I mean, I saw that and I was like, and I was watching.
Like, are we playing NHL 21?
And I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes, like it was like 3 minutes before the goal was scored, and I woke up and I was like, "What happened? The game's over." So I had to like watch the highlights of the goal. Like I didn't get to see it live or whatever.
Yeah.
But like just looking at it, the only thing I can think of, the first thing I thought it was that's like EA. That's like an EA.
That's like NHL, and then all of a sudden you go Goon Squad.
That's the goal that you can score 100% of the time in any of the EA NHL games.
Yeah.
It is the OP maneuver.
It is.
And now we know that it works perfectly in real life too.
So I mean,
thanks to Cocky.
More teams actually end up scoring goals like it. We don't know. Is NHL really? What if NHL predict the future where they will have the wall glitch in real life?
Oh my gosh, maybe they will.
Imagine the puck just does not go in. It just like moving as fast as possible, but it can't
what is
get
happening
past
to
the
the puck? Is Carey Price using some levitation magic? He's a magician. How is he doing that?
Oh wait, and it seems like
Marc-Andre Fleury using his Jedi mind tricks. He's keeping the puck out of the net.
And it seems like Sidney Crosby has now teleported the puck through the body of Carey Price. It seems like that is the only way you can score on Carey Price.
Right here. Telepathy Panel of the Year between Carey Price and Sidney Crosby. Who will win?
Oh God. It is respectfully.
The ice is rising in the middle of the ice.
Oh, you gotta love it. Just video games are predicting the future.
They do, huh?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But it's beautiful.
Well,
when
I
it does
guess we're
work
just
out.
gonna have to come out. We're gonna have to see if they make any changes with NHL 22. If it's just
As
updated
you
rosters.
can see, we're talking about changes, but there was a bit, and I know this is a little off of our spectrum of topics and places to go, but I mean, we have to talk about it because we have a gaming channel and we play it there all the time. Since we're talking about changes here in video games, we will talk about the big change that has happened, the update of cliffs and caves in Minecraft.
Copper.
To dive deep into this, I decided to play around a little bit. I do respect it. They changed everything. The text is totally different. There is respectfully so many different things you can do now.
Probably the biggest update yet?
Yeah, biggest update. To be honest, I think they're setting up for actual machines. Because, I mean, if you really think about it, you have the redstone. Now you have copper. Now you got to, like, copper and iron. Respectfully, you got to start making some automated machines here now. You can't just keep it, like, you can't just hand mined, or you can't just, after a while, like, hand do wood. You have to start, like, actual, like, creating machines that'll do it for you. I think that's the way they need to go now. To be pretty honest, I don't know where you go with this stuff, but I think you go there because I think you need another redstone update now. Really expand it. make it like all the mods. Maybe they make a few different games.
Endless possibilities.
Like I know there's tons of mods and you can mod it, but like what if we respectively they thought and updated it to make a few game modes? What is your thoughts on that one?
Game modes such as,
like, okay, so you know how you have Sky Factory where it's just a dirt block and a tree?
Oh, yeah.
And you just do it. And then as other ones you do like sky blocks, and then you have
they could, like,
different like aspects.
Wouldn't that be cool? Having a car in Minecraft playing like robbers. You in the police car, you in a Minecraft police car chasing down a villager.
The one whatchamacallit that I like, mod that I wanted to do, it's called, I can't remember what it's called now, but it was a mod where it takes you through like certain ages. So you can only do like certain amount of stuff. So you can only like hack stones, and you'll go into the Stone Age, then you upgrade, you go like each age, Iron Age thing. I think they should do something like that. Like keep it simple, but do something like that so that you can upgrade and maybe upgrade to, like, since we have another dragon, maybe add another big boss fight into here. Maybe start making castles.
Dragon versus Ender Dragon. Who will win?
Oh, God.
We should be able to like control.
We should be able to become the Ender Dragon.
Become a creeper. Become a skeleton.
We can
become a zombie.
You gotta respect the mods though sometimes because they already thought of this. But I mean, if you really want to go regular base Minecraft, let's just start adding tons of other stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, and respectively, since you can go back in Minecraft, I mean, respectively, you might get tired of other updates, so you could just go back and play another world and another like 6.5, get back to the regular stuff where it wasn't automated and stuff like that, wasn't too many creatures in it. But I mean, respectfully, I think it would be a good way to go to really add some more stuff into the game. Oh, and do we have a guest appearance here?
No, we don't.
Oh, what were you looking at then? Well, speaking of looking at guest appearances and changing appearances, I believe there is a NBA player that has now changed his number.
Yeah.
I believe his name is LeBron James. I believe his number has changed from 23 to 6. Yes, it is. Did he explain his decision or why he did this? Do we know? Given your insight here, I need you to take over here. I'm learning from you now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to my handy dandy little sheet. His reason was for marketing and promotion.
Why
It was
no
the number he wore with
6?
the Heat. It was the number he wore with the Heat, and that's pretty much. I don't know how much more promotion or whatnot you get with that.
I mean, you got so used to seeing him in 23, and then he switches back to his original number. I mean, I could care less about number changes, but I'm just kind of like what, like promotion and stuff. But it's like, respectfully, it's different changes. Like for me, I think for me, a number should be kind of also based on like what it means to you sometimes. Like, I think that's what you should choose. But hey, that's my side of the story. He can choose it for whatever he wants since he's freaking LeBron James. But also, you gotta respect him. But
he's good. He's a good player.
He's a good player, but his emotions get the best of him at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Though, since we have just got into the NBA topics here, I believe we will do another recap of what has happened in the playoffs so far. I believe the LA Clippers have won over the Utah Jazz. Am I correct about this, sir?
Let me see.
As you can tell, I am running the
Utah Jazz. Yes, the Clippers did win against the Utah Jazz, 131 to 119. I gotta get the scores.
And
we have a game 7 tonight with the Bucks and Nets and the Hawks and 76ers.
These are game 7. I have to say, I want the Milwaukee Bucks to win. Is it Milwaukee Bucks or am I
Milwaukee?
Wrong? Yeah, Milwaukee. Okay, so I had that right. Milwaukee Bucks. I'm kind of rooting for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm rooting for Milwaukee and Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm kind of... I don't know. I'm 76ers. I would say I'm rooting for 76ers a little bit more just because I believe their better player is like a younger guy and respectively I think it was the one I believe it's
the Atlanta.
I believe so. But it was I believe he was for MVP and would be on like one of the only big men for the MVP, I believe. Or am I thinking about the wrong team? It was one of the 76 players who were going to make history if they won the MVP, which I was kind of rooting for him on his side. I don't know. But, hey, I'm just choosing somebody close. I mean, respectfully, I think I wouldn't mind the Milwaukee Bucks winning the whole thing. That's kind of my team. I just kind of like it because of the Bucks. Like, got to get the little country boy in me out. I don't know why. It just... I could care less about who wins the other ones. Just I want Milwaukee to win. Though respectfully, we all realize that this is the first time we will not see LeBron James or Steph Curry in the final.
For like how many years?
I think this is after 10 or so years.
10, 11, 12 or something. It's crazy.
It's crazy because
think about it.
It's like LeBron James with a different team every year, and just Stephen Curry with freaking Golden State Warriors every single freaking year. Oh, jeez. You know, respectfully, I think I respect all of the big dudes, but I mean, I kind of like the change that the new names are starting to come through. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Lamelo Ball, the Balls.
Balls.
I didn't mean to say that, but. You got Lamelo Ball at the Hornets, I believe.
Lonzo, Lamelo.
Oh.
Donatello.
Raphael.
Donatello, sure.
And
Michelangelo.
As you can see.
And the one everyone forgets.
Leonardo.
DiCaprio, yep.
But we also got to realize we all want Ryan Reynolds to win, correct? Ryan Reynolds.
Shaq is coming back to play with LeBron. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Imagine it. Just see, like, respectfully, like when Kobe died, you got to remember the dream team that they had, though, because Shaq, Kobe, I can't remember who else was on it. Was it Durant? No.
Do we really need to? It's Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe. That's just a dream team in itself, right there.
Dream team by itself, yeah.
Yeah, just just respect the grunt. But I had to hit Shaq hard when he heard Kobe Bryant died, though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I had to hit him hard. And to see this, if you see Shaq and it hits him hard, it kind of hits you hard after that. I was watching videos the other day, and I mean, at first the Kobe thing didn't really hit me hard until I like started hearing like videos about it. Like, you mean you respect the man, you gotta respect, and then all of a sudden you just hear the stories and everything, and you're just like, man, this man is gone. And it's kind of like, wow. It's just kind of like, hey, we need to work on what he was gonna work on.
Yeah.
As you think, and with Kobe Bryant's just stature and everything, it's a really big loss to both sports field and ever in the world, because I mean, the man was gonna do great things after sports. Like, he respectfully was gonna change the world, to be honest. And I think just he changed the world anyway. The Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
But since we gotta get out of basketball, because I think we're done with reminiscing. We want to have a little fun here. We also got to talk some smack here. But before we get to that, I think we talk about this Le'Veon Bell thing with the Kansas City Chiefs. What is this about?
Before I talk about that, how long till our intermission so we don't have to get cut off?
Oh, we don't have an intermission when two of us are here, so we're not gonna have it all the way through, boys.
Okay. So as I get ready for this is wonderful because so now I'm going to look up these tweets by Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. So here's when I first saw this, I'm like, why do you hate Andy Reid? Who could hate a man of Andy Reid? He has the football know-how to take the Kansas City Chiefs from like decent to like superstars, and to see Patrick Mahomes go, I want that dude. That is just, I have to say, I have some ultimate respect for Andy Reid coming out of the get-go. So
Le'Veon Bell said, he was like, I would never play for Andy Reid again. I'd rather retire than play for him.
Retire then, buddy, because nobody cares about you.
And that everyone was talking about it. He was trending
after you.
He was trending after this.
Yeah, your career ended, buddy, right when you left the Steelers.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said your career ended in 2015, buddy.
And what made Le'Veon Bell was the Steelers O-line. You gotta say Pouncey really helped him with his career there. Just saying.
So I'm going to save a bunch of his tweets so I can screen share them so everybody else can.
Yes, everybody else can see while we're talking here.
While we read,
okay. Give our reactions, give our thoughts, give our prayers to whoever needs them. Add that in.
Yes.
We got to always add them in.
Yes, of course. So here is the first one.
Yep. Oh, yes. We're bringing up the first one, and here we are. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Le'Veon Bell. As I said what I said. I don't regret it at all. What I said.
Hey, no. Wait. You gotta say it in a more stern tone. I said what I said.
I said what I said. I don't regret it at all. That is what I said. For those who have personal problem with me, because I said that, fine. That's fine. You all have your right. That I understand. Just understand. I also have my right for how I feel about my personal problem with the dude because of what he said to me.
No, okay, so basically everyone's just like, they don't know what he said, but we're just assuming he was just like, we're bringing you in to be like the starter. You're gonna be playing a lot of ball. Or like,
I don't think Andy Reid said that.
I don't know if he'd said that or what.
I don't think Andy Reid would have said that. To be honest, Andy Reid would have been like, I mean, if Andy Reid said that, he's just trying to do it. I never did. I say.
Never did I say. I didn't.
Never did I say. I didn't enjoy my time in Kansas City because I loved my time there. And I was probably the closest locker room full of players I've ever seen or been around. I've enjoyed
Why
my
trash them,
teammates, the city, food, the fans, just about everything in Kansas City. Though you were at the Steelers, don't disrespect the Steelers fans, or they will come for your head.
Why say it about the coach if it's the
Why
tightest
coach?
locker room you're about? Like what?
I know. Why?
Why ruin it? Like
what do you have?
Okay, now I got 3 here. You're gonna read them from bottom to top.
Okay. So we're gonna start from the bottom. I am not about to get all in depth on why I feel the way I do. I've only my right to feel the way I feel. The only thing I have to change about commenting how I really felt on social media. First of all, don't go to social media, Le'Veon Bell. You look like a stupid you look like pretty much a downgrade of Antonio Brown. Just saying, by the way. Antonio Brown actually proved that he actually can be good on other teams other than Steelers. So I mean, you're just looking like crap, and Antonio Brown actually looks better than you. That's just a bar that was set low, and all of a sudden you broke that bar that was lower. So just saying. Oh, you also couldn't do anything with the Jets anyway, so I don't want to hear it. I'll admit that's something I could have and should have kept to myself, and I apologize about that and that only. But I don't regret what I said because I know how I feel. Okay, so there's 2 things to this one. Le'Veon Bell, you are stupid because you go and diss yourself. You literally contradict yourself in the same tweet. You said, I don't think I have said something. Now, that's regret. But then all of a sudden you go over and say, but I don't regret what I said. So, what is it? You regret it or you don't regret it? Explain to me that. Flatline. But let's get on the third one here. So, you can love me or hate me. I am going to be fine regardless. I'm just giving you a small version of my point of view and why I said what I said. How about you just shut up, keep it to yourself, and leave Kansas City if you feel that way.
Okay.
Read. That is my thought. Don't take it to social media, you idiot.
Are we like agreeing like that Antonio Brown is now better than Le'Veon
Antonio Brown has all of a sudden become better. How the heck can you get worse than Antonio Brown?
There was like a year ago, there was nothing. Literally nothing that would make me think that.
Antonio Brown,
but now,
like Antonio Brown was on the next level, like bragging rights, but he like had stuff to back it up.
I mean, he kind of turned it around. Have you heard of any? Like he hasn't done anything.
The only thing that I have heard is when he kind of yelled at everybody after the Super Bowl. Hey, I didn't mess up this season. See, you guys all told me wrong. When he was being big-headed and stuff, like he said
Mr.
that
Big Chest.
He ruined it by saying that, not being humble. But I mean. That's not as bad as what Le'Veon Bell's doing. And to be honest, Antonio Brown turned it around. He's a good player. He's got stuff to back it out. Le'Veon Bell, you hit it off with the Steelers. That was your career, and that was it. You're done. You were done. You were done after the Steelers.
But isn't it good how this worked out? Because we now have Najee Harris.
Boys, we have Najee Harris. It doesn't matter. I mean, to be honest, we don't care about a Le'Veon Bell. I mean, to be honest, we could care less about you. Because, I mean, you were on the Jets. What was your numbers? Probably not good because I don't really remember what you did there. Oh, by the way.
He blamed that. He said that he got more touches in all his years on the Steelers than he did in 1 year on the Jets.
But I have to say, he did get a ton of touches. He just couldn't get past.
And he got more money for doing like nothing.
I know, seriously, you did nothing, but you got more money. Also, respectfully,
because
you can diss the Steelers all you want, but yourself, you go to the Kansas City Chiefs, you would think he would start pulling some numbers there because of the freaking Kansas City Chiefs are just stacked full of players. Nah, he doesn't. He's just respectfully, I don't think Le'Veon Bell is that good of a player. I think Steelers got him at the perfect time. Steelers picked him right when he was brewing. They got him when he was brewing to become a good player. Got him out in his breakout seasons, and then they gave him away right when we needed to give him away. to be completely honest with you, now all we need to see is the Najee Harris way. Oh boy, he's running. He's running.
Run away, run away.
But I mean, respectfully, Le'Veon Bell, all I have to say about you is you can't diss a man like Andy Reid. What are you doing?
I'm running from the rabbit.
Oh, the rabbit. Oh God, he's scared of rabbits now. First he's scared of dogs, then he's scared of rabbits.
Don't mess with the rabbit.
Okay, but since we were agreeing on that, I thought we were going to get in a big debate. But now, why did you put this as the debate question?
Because it's not going to be a debate.
So we're going to also agree on this debate. This debate was going to be, which QB would you take?
I'll do it. So I was searching, and I found this debate. Some guy posted this, and he was like,
the photo.
He has the picture. Okay, let me look it up real quick
because if you have the photo, do not share it until we have explained everything here. But we will give you the photo, and we will respectively tell you what it is.
Let's see. For the next 10.
Yes. Okay. So explain, because I got in text from you. Like, this is kind of how it sparked. So I got a text from Adam, and I think because of this text, we kind of wanted to talk about this little tweet that we saw that he sent to me. It was about 2 quarterbacks in the NFL, and I will allow Adam to break it down for you here, please.
Okay. So 2 QBs. We can change the question up a little. The original question was like 10 years, but I changed it to like franchise, I believe.
Yeah.
Franchise QB. And it's between Lamar Jackson and I believe Josh Allen.
You know,
yeah,
enough to be said right there. I mean, yep. So I'm looking at the topics real quick here, and I get which QB would you rather take on your franchise QB, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? And then the third thing it says, the third question on there is it really a debate? My man Adam was like, oh, I'm ready for this one. I'm ready. Bang! Is it really a debate who you're taking? Okay, so respectfully, when if I were to not see the numbers or anything, just based on performance-wise. Now, this is nothing against Lamar Jackson. I have to say, he is a good quarterback, but he is at the lower end of quarterbacks.
I'm sorry. You messed up. You said he's a QB.
I said he was a QB. Oh, I mean running back. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's a pretty good running back.
I mean, he's a pretty good running back, but QB. See, well, the way that it happened is Lamar Jackson is now very predictable, which I say is a very predictable QB, and I mean you kind of have to say that. But here's my thing, is if you're looking at Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson was kind of the start off talent, like almost Patrick Mahomes start off right away. He kind of hit it off like that off the bat. And he was a running QB. You know, you kind of see like Michael Vick, a version of him. He was kind of faster than Michael Vick, though.
Yep.
Oh shit. So Lamar Jackson, very good running.
We're gonna agree with Josh Allen.
To a lot of people at the beginning. You're not when Lamar Jackson wasn't predictable because you didn't know if he was going to run or if he was going to throw at first. Because in the first season, you didn't know what kind of quarterback is. Then the second season comes around, rolling in with Lamar Jackson, and there's still this big hype for him because he's taken Baltimore to the playoffs and doing really good now. Respectfully, he's putting up big numbers in the rushing game and a little bit in the throwing game, just because the aspect is that he ran pretty much the game plan for Ravens is you run, and then in the last 10 yards into the end zone, you allow Lamar Jackson to throw because that's his range. And that was kind of their game plan. But now that they have film on him after 2 seasons, he's starting to get a little angry now because respectfully, what teams are doing is they're just going to have that one guy sitting there watching Lamar Jackson to see if he runs. I mean, to be honest, you shut down Lamar Jackson's run game.
Mhm.
What does he have? I mean,
he can do a little shovel pass to
he
J.K.
has
Dobbins.
a decent arm. Like, okay, respectfully, he has a decent arm.
He can throw a ball, but he can't do it
accurately. Like,
that is where we're
When I was watching the Tennessee versus Ravens game in the playoffs, you expect to see two like quarterbacks that can throw it, hit their targets like that out wide. But when you watch Lamar Jackson throw, even though they were hyping him up throughout the whole game, Lamar Jackson would throw, his wide receivers would have to go back and catch it like this. Like they were reaching back, accepted it in, and then took it. So it was kind of like the receivers were making Lamar Jackson look a little better in throwing. But respectfully, Lamar Jackson just does not have the accuracy. And that's also dealt with that I believe it was like a couple of like the starting games. I was like, hey, you send one person after Lamar Jackson, you shut down their running quarterback. Now you have to force him to do throw or run Dobbs. But now that they they're going to rush probably all the time, send a blitz. Now that you send the blitz, now you're forcing Lamar Jackson to throw quickly, and he has to throw. That's just a bad D. And he throws, and there's like a couple interceptions, I believe, came off of it this year.
And the blitz is part of the reason why I think the Steelers won both games.
Yeah.
Granted, Lamar Jackson wasn't in the one.
But also
when you blitz, the Steelers are the team that blitzed the most, actually, in the NFL last year.
Which pretty much knocks out a lot of the running game for Ravens. Even though they're the number one running offense, when you have a blitzing defense that'll blitz you constantly and quick, so you're in the pocket, you got to get it off within like at least 2 seconds, or you're down, or you have to run away, and especially when you're running away from T.J. Watt, you just
T.J. Watt
you just see T.J. Watt, you're just kind of like, well, I'm a little fricked in here.
Oh shoot!
But respectfully, I heard that Lamar Jackson was not allowing anybody to film him throwing at practice. I heard that came out. Respectfully, proves our position.
Yeah, it just proves it.
More running, and now you have to go on to the slow kind of starter, but now popping off Josh Allen. My man Josh Allen can do it all.
And the improvements that he made so much, and everyone's talking. He's like, just remember him last year and this year. He's just like, dart. And he was like even in the MVP conversation towards the end of the year.
And to be honest, if Bills can use him right, like respectfully, I don't think Bills used him right versus Kansas City, because he's one of those players that can both throw really, really good. He's a throwing quarterback.
I mean, he can run too alone.
And he can run.
He's not a running back.
He's not like Lamar Jackson, where he's a rushing quarterback. He's a rushing style. He's more of a if I need to run, I will run, and if we can and if it really helps our team, I will do it. Like that's kind of the rushing quarterback that Josh Allen does, which really gives a good scheme into a offense, which allows him to be very unpredictable in the next few seasons. Even though you got film on him now, it's going to be unpredictable anytime you're playing him. So he's one of the most, I would say, versatile quarterbacks right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he would be like probably in the top 5 versatile, I want to say, because you don't know if he's going to throw. He's like almost like a Russell Wilson with a better team around him.
Yes.
Respectfully, not to say anything bad about the Seahawks. Like, I mean, they have DK Metcalf. It's just, I think a lot of people have let him down this past few seasons. To be fairly honest with you, he doesn't have enough weapons around him to help him. To be honest, Russell Wilson. So, I would say that's the closest person. That's also another representation of like a good running and throwing quarterback. But I don't think because like Russell Wilson can keep a play alive, and I believe Josh Allen will be like Russell Wilson, keeping a play alive constantly. Yeah. And then the Patty Mahomes is he's just the second GOAT. Unreal. Unreal. And to be honest, he could become even bigger than Tom Brady, but I don't think that's going to happen because Tom Brady's just going to stay in the league for probably like
I
a
think
few more
he's
years.
more athletic
I believe,
than
yeah,
Tom
more
Brady.
athletic Tom
Probably
Brady,
ever
but
was. Tom Brady was just dart.
but he was good.
Pat Mahomes can just like shake and
Yeah,
shimmy.
and in the Super Bowl, you could see who was the better quarterback. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes showed that he was pretty much a better quarterback all around with all the aspects, but you can't really tell because it's not prime Tom Brady because it's not like that Patriots Tom Brady had. He's like the 43-year-old Tampa Bay Tom Brady. If you understand what I mean here. But yeah, respectfully, the debate. The debate really isn't a big. It's more breaking it down. But
Yeah,
if you're getting a franchise quarterback for a couple years, you definitely have to go with Josh Allen because he's the versatile quarterback. He gives you the option to run. He gives you option to hand it off. He gives you the option to throw. He gives you option to do everything. And with Bills having Stephon Diggs, just that combination, if they can get that combination working right, it's ended for a lot of teams. And I do have to say, respect,
combinations
ended for Steelers too.
You kind of get that like little second wide receiver that generates some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Which leads sometimes to Stephon Diggs one-on-one or like a second wide receiver.
It's kind of like Kansas City. It's kind of like Kansas City. I don't want to like say it's perfectly Kansas City, but like Kansas City has this thing where they have Tyreek Hill and they have Travis Kelce as tight end. And I can't remember the tight end's name for Bills, but they kind of have the similar playing styles almost, except I believe I would say Josh Allen runs a lot more than Patty Mahomes, but respectfully that comes big with that. But yeah, after talking about one football, we have to go to another football. So I think we go to MLS topics now. I have a few here that we should talk about. So this year they added a new team. They added Austin Texans. So Austin, Texas team joined. They're growing. They're getting bigger. They're starting to get names in. Respectfully, I do have to say there was going to be another team that was going to be added in. It was actually going to be in Sacramento, California.
Pittsburgh FC. Wow.
If only. No, that's the Steelman, bud. That's our big dream, Steelman FC. The Steelman FC, that would be beautiful.
We are going to go up to the MLS commissioner or whatever, how we do that. We're going to create a team. Steelman FC located in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. But the Sacramento dream has failed. I report Sacramento dream has actually failed due to the dream of the the owner had set a date for when the stadium was going to be built, and I believe they ran into too many complications, and I think he kind of just gave up because I think
so. The owner just
he kind of just said
we're not doing it,
and which respectfully I believe he is. Here, let me look it up for you. I will share the articles here. Sacramento, MLS. Sacramento MLS here. Sacramento Republic FC, an American professional soccer team based in Sacramento, was due to be in the MLS in October 21, 19 was announced. It was announced that they were going to become a team. Stated start in 2022. So next year they should be in here. But I heard that there was some suing because there was supposed to be a date that they had. Oh no, that's Guy Fieri reportedly described as the revamp. Yeah, so the original, I believe there was some news here. I'm trying to bring it up for all you guys here, because there was something big here. Here, I believe it's up here. Okay, so Sacramento lays out a plan to rejoin the MLS expansion conversation. So they were kicked out of the expansion conversation for a while there. Late last month, MLS Soccer was shaken by the news that the Sacramento will not be joining the league as the 30th club, at least yet. Primary investor Ron Burke informed the league that he would not be investing in this expansion franchise. So it was an investor that wanted to that actually dropped out, which didn't give them money, so they ran into a roadblock there. But I believe they are now back into the conversation almost here. Due to thing last Friday, Tom Verne joined the discussion of the club goes here. So I believe there's another investor that that might actually bring some money into the club to rebuild this. But your thoughts on them just the one person just not thinking that it's possible or just didn't want to give money? I mean,
if you already like committed to the money, I mean, how do you just like
drop out? Yeah,
that's just kind of like
stupid.
Jerk me. I mean, it's probably some big wealthy guy who's just like, oh, am I going to get the money back or whatever? This is not big enough. Money.
Respectfully, that's kind of sad how much American soccer is kind of leading into money, which kind of sucks. Respectfully, with the rebrand of Columbus Crew again, I believe it's now called Columbus, but I believe they still have Crew on the logo. So I believe they still kind of kept Crew because the fans wanted that, and I think chanted for that. And to be honest, respectfully,
why did you change it? Like,
okay, here's my thoughts: is that MLS, it's not going to gain as much traction as other leagues due to the fact that they change their names so much. Like the Montreal, like I respect, like I kind of like the new look for Montreal, the Montreal's team. I can't remember. It's just Copa de Montreal or something like that. It's like French.
Yeah.
I have to respect. Like I enjoy soccer. I enjoy watching soccer. But MLS, like, if they really want to state a claim, what has to happen is that teams shouldn't be changing logos like constantly. Shouldn't be changing names constantly. Like, respectfully, the only team from the start that has had the same name is New England Revolutions. They have not changed.
Yeah.
That is the only team that I would probably, respectfully, if I had to get behind a team, get behind. If I'm a soccer fan, just because I respect history and not changing a lot. And like off the bat, like a lot of the teams in England really didn't change. They kind of just fell off. Like they would fall off out and then another team would come up. And to be honest, they're not big enough to like really think, but they need to gain a brand. Like it's kind of like starting something new, like a YouTube channel, starting a YouTube channel, which we are doing. It's like you need to maintain a brand for so long, and then all of a sudden it catches on, and people start getting behind that brand. You can't just go like brand and then go, wait, oh no, wait, we want to be like this though, and change it, and then oh no, wait, we want to be like this, and keep changing. And the fans can't really go, hey, I want to be behind this. They kind of have to go like, yeah, I want to be, but I want the last stuff, and then all of a sudden there's a new thing comes up, but they were like, hey, I just got behind I just kind of like the last thing, like the Columbus Crew. I like the old logo, and then they came out with the new emblem. The new emblem, and I was like, okay, I like this. And then right when I started liking that new emblem, they changed it to Columbus instead of Columbus Crew. And like the whole logo and everything that changed, even though on the jersey it has not changed. I have to say that on the logo it has not changed on the jersey, but respectfully it has changed everywhere else. I have to say I'm kind of shaking my head at the MLS right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm shaking my head at the MLS for the amount of times it's changing. Like I'm kind of now like, okay, New York, I don't care if you go for like looking like Man City at this point. I do have to kind of respect, and I hate to say this, I kind of have to respect Philadelphia Union. Oh God. That's the hardest sentence to say out of my mouth so far.
Do not respect Philly.
like I respect Philadelphia Union because they have probably not changed their name a lot. They have actually kept a name. So I think it's respectful for a team to keep a name. Like the New York Red Bulls, if they keep their name, fine. If the New York City FC keeps their name, and if they look like Man City, fine. But you have to start playing like Man City, buds. Your thoughts on that?
I think New York City FC is a branch. I think they are owned by the same people as Man City. I think that's part of the reason why. I don't know. Fact check, maybe fact checkers.
Yeah, fact checkers, or I believe Eddie had it. If it's Eddie, New York FC, you can keep going. I will give you the information. You can keep talking if you would like.
My thoughts. I mean, there are certain circumstances where the logo change is okay. The brand changes are okay.
What, Columbus Crew?
In the Columbus, you just win the MLS Cup. Everyone, you're the top of the MLS world, and your first thought is, "Hey, let's change our logo and name." Why? You're already oh, the Columbus Crew. Wow, look at the Columbus Crew, the champions, Columbus Crew. And then you're just like, yeah. You build it up for so long, and now you're just tearing it down, erasing it. I don't know, and I guess that happens a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah. Here's my respectful thoughts on it also, because I mean, you have football clubs in England, and I know they're big, but when and I respect New York FC being part of the City football group with Man City, you got to respect them for that, but they haven't changed, and they realize that you haven't changed. Like the history behind Liverpool. When you say Liverpool, Man City, you know who I'm talking about. There's no rebrands. Yeah. The logo pops into your mind hey, that's that team. Because since 1804 or whatever, I believe Liverpool has joined. Have they changed their name or logo? Tons? No. Over the years, they might have changed the logo slightly to upgrade it a little bit with the times. You got to understand, they upgrade it with the times, make it look good, make it look new. But what did they do? They kept the name. They kept their
I mean, that happens with NHL a lot, too. Yeah. You update it every now and then. It's not 1 year after another, boom, boom, change.
All of a sudden, name change.
Montreal. The fans kind of want it, too,
Yeah.
When that happens. Oh, my, look at this. We have a revelation over here. What is this across the creek? Is that a elk? Hold up, I'm running to it. Oh, no, it's running away.
Hey, we want to speak about our Lord Savior Jesus Christ. Why are you running away from the Lord? Why are you running away from the Lord? You cannot run from Jesus.
I'm right here. I'm going to point it out just in case we get any more sites.
But I have to agree with you on the one point of Columbus Crew though, because I mean, respectfully, I understand the logo change from the men in the fedoras to the new upgraded logo where it's different colors and different pattern schemes. You got to respect that. But the whole new name change just kind of defeats the purpose after you build a legacy being one of the first teams in the MLS, in the actual MLS, not the one before it. I can't remember what the other one before it, but being one of the MLS teams that joined and had their actual stadium be for soccer and for soccer only. And you kind of disrespect all that history by eliminating the crew. Just the name of crew gone. I do have to say though, the only reason that Columbus Crew Columbus Crew I would say got a lot of backlash from eliminating the crew, because Columbus only has probably, I believe, Blue Jackets in hockey and then Columbus Crew in soccer, and I believe that's one of their two big teams. They're their two big teams.
Yeah, they don't have MLB. They don't have football.
Yeah. And to
no basketball either.
Yeah, to respect the fans, you gotta keep it Columbus Crew, man. You win a freaking title with Columbus Crew, you can brag to other cities like, hey, we got the biggest soccer MLS team. We got the best MLS team here. We can compete with Seattle Sounders over there and Portland Timbers and everybody.
Yep.
And you like Columbus Crew, you're like, oh, name thing. Now it's like Columbus, you're kind of like, really? It kind of just ends that like sense just behind it. But I say to end it today, since we just had a whole discussion on that, there is a fight today. I believe it is.
Hold up, we forgot about something.
Oh wait, we did.
From one football to another football, back to the other
football. Oh,
college.
Oh,
football.
Oh yeah, we forgot about this. This is big because this is actually good news because it's expanding to 12 team.
And we don't want to brag. We don't want to toot our own horn here, but
conversation, and now all of a sudden they start making it.
It was like a month after our video or our podcast. Go check that out. Go view the recent podcast, and you can see our little. We had the idea too.
Self.
Part of me thinks. Part of me wants to wonder if college football committee was watching our podcast, listening to it.
I think after everybody saying I think after this year of them looking at it and going, well, Alabama has won it 1,000 times, or like having just Alabama, it's like Alabama, and not to disrespect that they are that good, but you also got to give a chance to like Cincinnati this year that were undefeated. They respectfully were undefeated in 8th place.
Coastal Carolina, too.
Coastal Carolina.
They lost the ball game to BYU, but that was a good one.
But it's like, it's just kind of, you have to have, like, to have a choice where
would you want to see what some of these teams do?
And it's like, and you also see, like, Alabama, you got Clemson, you got Notre Dame. Notre Dame every time shows up, but you got Oklahoma, LSU, and Ohio State. Kind of the main ones are LSU, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, and Oklahoma Sooners, I believe. Are the kind of the main 5 that's always in the playoffs. Respectfully, you have had Penn State be in the conversation to be in like the top 5. Like they were in the top 5 for a couple times. They were top there. You have to like say, how the heck is Penn State not in it? Not saying that they should be in it at times, but sometimes they should be in it. And you got to respect like Iowa in the Big Ten, like Cincinnati with like the undefeated season. You also had Coastal Carolina with the undefeated season. Now, respectfully, it was in their own divisions, like not the Pac-12,
which was not the best,
not a big division. But you also got to like think here. What would they do if they were actually in this big tournament? Like, what would happen if this was a big enough tournament?
They put up a real good fight against BYU, made it to the
Cincinnati almost beat Georgia. And you gotta think, okay, what could have they have done in the playoffs? Like, respectfully, that's just my saying. And
it would be great TV. Great game.
And it would bring more people in because you got to also think about the fans are kind of getting tired of just seeing the same 4 teams.
Better showcase
of talent.
It also showcases this.
Yeah, better showcase of talent.
And you do it in the tough circumstances. You got to win 3 tough games in a row. 2 tough games. Can you do it?
And then all of a sudden they go and win the final. Like an underdog wins the final. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, this team has never won it before.
The QB from Alaska University.
The QB from Coastal Carolina goes number 1 in the first NFL draft. But you gotta think what it would be to like
more interesting storylines.
And it would also bring in like more people to the draft. It would be more talking about the draft. It would be more like funneled to the NFL too. It would like all of a sudden create all this conversation about what can these players do in the NFL. Like it could really also become a battle for like, hey, if I really show like up in this tournament, I could be in the NFL. And all of a sudden, every team starts playing their hearts out. And it's just a battle to the end it. This is a good move. I think 12 team tournament is a good move. I respectfully said I didn't think they were going to
I
go
think
this
but
big, this fast.
2023.
Yeah, I thought they were going to only up it to 8 teams. Respectfully, I
Yeah.
thought it was only going to be that, but 12 teams surprises us. I think it's a good change for college football, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. But respectfully, if it's a fight in football, we also got a few fights we need to talk about here in the real thing. Since we decided to go to football, back to football again, but now we want to go back to boxing. We got to get back to some boxing. So tonight, the big fight. There's a big.
Do you have a minute to talk about your Lord and Savior Jesus
Christ?
You can't run from the Lord.
So here, let me look up the Kamal. Here, I have to look up the card so I can confirm all the fights here. It is a Polish boxer, I believe. Yes, Polish boxer versus here Jamie Mungunda. I believe he is also a Mexican fight. Let's bring up the card here for you. It is now up and running, and I have confirmation. We are into the fights here. But I'm trying to bring up the card, and I cannot seem to find the fight card here. I see Magunda. I see Magunda versus Reti. Well, I would like to share the fight card with the fans, but if it won't give me it, it gives me odds. Well, I'll give you odds. We'll talk about this main fight. I can't really bring up the other fights. Can't really find them. Are you still there, Adam?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just very glitchy on my end. Sorry. If you are looking for some boxing kickoff this weekend, look no farther than the middleweight division, which is not a big division to see a lot of fights in, to see a lot of good fights, like it's weatherweight and heavyweight, I believe, are the top kind of divisions with the best people like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the 3, but I don't know why the 3's happening. I wouldn't mind seeing Johnson versus Tyson Fury.
Pretty cool.
Sorry, no. Yeah, just excuse me, thing over there. But when surging Mexican boxing talent, Jamie Magunda, with 36 wins, 0 losses, and 29 by KO. And we squares up against Polish stalwart Kamil Stermeta with 21 wins, 1 loss, and 5 knockouts at the Don Haskins Center in El Paso, Texas. The fight could determine whether face Gennady Golovkin in the middleweight title belt. So this fight could decide who goes to fight for the belt in
battle
middleweight.
To the death.
Live on DAZN, but I have to say this fight's going to be probably a good one. Kamil Zamata has to come out big in the first few rounds, but if he can't punish him right away, it's going to be Magunda's fight here, because I have watched some highlights.
Magunda.
Respectfully, it was kind of taken up, I believe, by Zamata quickly. Like, I believe Zamata took this fight quickly because Magunda had to take it, But to be honest, he has done this before with GGG. GGG Samana has fought GGG and has lost, but his loss was due to him kind of like, it's almost like he doesn't, like, if somebody makes a mistake with punches, he doesn't have like where he'll hit you and make you pay for those mistakes. He'll keep battering you constantly. But it's not like one of those fighters that'll go boom and you're out like that. Has the power to just knock you out like that with one punch, respectfully. But I think it'll be a good fight. I think if Zamata can get a strong start and finish him off quick, that's his chance at winning.
Yeah.
But Magunda's gonna have, if he can outlast and he can really stay within the fight and really hit the power punches and kind of ebb away at Zamata. He can really finish him off quickly in like around fifth round or so, sixth round. I believe it's a 12-round fight because I believe all the starting fight for the card is a 10 10-round fight. So I believe it's a 12-round fight tonight. So yeah. I'm getting all the information as I go. I was not ready for I was trying to get all the information, but I couldn't really find too much information on it. A lot of boxing information, but respectfully. But you got to respect Jake Paul and them for joining to bring eyes to boxing. But I respectfully, I like to watching the pros so much better because it's just a fight to the they have the heart compared to a lot of the other YouTube boxing does it for the money, like that TikTok versus YouTuber. You could tell the YouTubers were in it, but the TikTokers were kind of half-heartedly doing it, except for Vinny Hacker or Taylor Holder and Gibb, which was the best fight because they both had heart. They both wanted to kind of win it. Taylor Holder was kind of a little bit less, but Gibb had the freaking heart that he wanted to win. He wanted the redemption in Miami, and he got it. But respectfully, I think watching pro boxing is just so much pros trying to make a living. You lose, it's kind of your career there if you lose. Respectfully, in their heads, it's if you lose, it's your career kind of. So to watch these guys, to watch the pros go at it is just it's respectfully it can bring some epic fights, Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Ray Saunders, where I believe Canelo broke Billy Ray Saunders' eye socket. Or he broke his face. He broke his actual face with a left hook. He broke his face. And I think if you're broken face, I don't think you can you got to understand, they're oh, it's the coward's way out, but I'm you got to respect the man. If he for fighting the last thing, because he landed a punch and it broke his face and he fought the rest of the round, but his eye was like this. He couldn't see out of his one eye. It was welled up and everything. So
okay,
but respectfully, you just watch these guys fight each other very tough, and it's good to watch. Getting you ready for it. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be fight to probably the. I would say probably it's going to go probably quickly, but it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a brawl. So, leading off of that, I believe there is one more topic we have to talk about. I don't.
Oh, yep.
Never have this written down.
Oh my gosh! We kind of ran out of time too, and
Gosh, darn it! Was it about the fedora again?
Again.
Every time we try to talk about the fedora, it just seems like we ran out of time and we have too many other topics. And we have to get it to him sometime. When do you think that'll be? Yeah, well, I can't really answer that question yet. So I guess we'll see you in the next one. Please make sure to subscribe, comment down below, because I didn't do that. We might as well stick with the YouTube ways and everything. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We're probably on it. But we will see you in the next one. Please make sure to be steel strong, and peace.